Hey everyone, Scottish Warrior 92 here, and in this video, as the title suggests, I'm going to be giving you my day one, really 1.5, impression of Skyrim. I'm going to give you what I think of the game so far, and overall, is it really worth money at the moment? I'm not going to tell you that. I'm going to wait till I get the review done on this, and then I'll tell you the whole thing. But right now I'm going to give you my day one impression on it, what I think of the whole game so far. So, I hope you enjoy the video and look forward to possibly some negatives and positives for this game. So let me firstly, there's something I want to just get off my chest right away about Skyrim. It is fucking beautiful. This game's graphics are amazing. This is one of the most beautiful games I've played this year. I'll tell you that right now. Now, understandable, this is the Xbox 360 version, and the best version for graphics, if you can afford it, and if you've got a good enough PC, is the PC version. But for an Xbox game, these graphics are outstanding. There's so much fucking detail. This is a major step up from Oblivion, because when I played Oblivion, it was a year or two old, and the graphics in it were horrible, if I have to say that right, I'll be honest. Story was amazing, graphics were horrible. Not horrible, just some of them were. Most of the terrain was mostly there, the character models were a wee bit meh. But this game is absolutely gorgeous, I can tell you that right now, and that's something I just needed to start off with. From the moment you start up the game, this game will leave you going, wow. I spent the better part of 10 minutes of, if you've seen my gameplay on my gaming channel, TRTT, up there, I spent the first few minutes of the game examining the terrain, and I was like, wow, this is gorgeous. And I really did like that. It was really detailed, very well done, and major thumbs up for me so far. But there are some problems with the graphics. There are texture pops every now and then. There are some things that are like, okay, what the fuck's up with these graphics? Like, understand, it's just there will be a patch. There was a patch on day one for this game. So they probably fixed some of the problems, but there were still some texture problems that were iffy, but as soon as they waited a minute or two, they were in. So yeah, besides that, the graphics are absolutely outstanding. There's some minor texture pops, but that's really about it. I might have to also talk about some of the other things, like the gameplay. Gameplay in this is fairly similar to Oblivion. They have evolved it a wee bit more. They've redefined it actually. In Oblivion, the controls, the fight system, and that was a pain in the ass to get a hold of. You really had to spend a lot of time picking how you were going to play the game. And I liked that feature, but the fighting in it was very awkward for me. But it's Skyrim answers, fixes all that, and really nails it, if I'm going to be honest. From the start of the game, you have magic, melee, and archery skills. So you can really pick and change. And the way I'm playing it now, everyone's experience will be different depending on the way they play. I chose an Argonian, which are the lizard people, so I have to play quite sneakily with them, but at the same time I can be very aggressive at the same time. I do enjoy that. I haven't got that far in the game, so I'm not going to give a lot of shit about it. But all I can really say is that the way I'm playing one-handed weapons and magic, and it's a fun way to play it, I must admit. The magic in this game is a major plus. I have to give them that. They really fixed all the problems that they had from Oblivion. Even though the magic system worked in Oblivion, I never used it because it was very awkward, if I'm going to be honest. In this one, it's easy to pick up, easy to understand, and you're like, okay, fuck yeah, that's cool. Also, I'm going to give you some tips as well. When you start this game, here's my tip. Think carefully about your race and the way you'll play. This game isn't a game you can just jump in, run and gun, and do everything. You can have every major style fighting done that. No, you do not do this in fucking Skyrim. Do not do this in Skyrim. While you're making your character, think. You must read. You have to read what makes your race that you choose good at a specific type. You can't just pick a random race and expect to be good. Like if you chose an orc and you expect them to be good at magic, you're going to be in for fucking shock. Even though way the race is, if you put enough time and dedication in, any race can master any skill. But if you really want to edge up there, you have to think, like, if you want to be a magic user, use a race that is very strong in magic, but also resistant in magic as well. If you want to be a sneaky character, go with a character that's quite sneaky. If you want to be a warrior, go with a race that's very good at warriors. That is a real thing you need to think about while you're starting up the game. Don't just go in thinking, well, no, it doesn't matter what race you go. It really does matter what race you go in this game, because each race has bonuses and negatives. Now let's take the race that I chose, for example, Argonians. Argonians are lizard ones, and they can breathe underwater, they're resistant to disease, and they're immune to poisons. That is the main 3 reasons why I picked them, because in every freaking role-playing game I've ever fucking played, I always seem to get fucking poisoned. I don't know how. I could be walking in the street and all of a sudden, oh, poisoned. I'm like, what the fuck? It really is. It was a major pain for me in a lot of these role-playing games. I always seem to get poisoned somehow. And also water breathing. Even though like in a lot of role-playing games there's not a lot of swimming in them, I mainly wanted water breathing because in some games I've got stuck underwater. Because I always seem to find the one fucking glitch in water games where you swim, where you get stuck underwater and you can't fucking breathe. Oh, it was a major pain for me. I was like, oh, fuck this, I'm dying, die. So that's mainly one of the reasons why I chose the Argonians. And also they had pluses in lockpicking and sneak and some other aspects which I really did like. So, now I'm going to get to the tips for you from what I picked up. Firstly, the first tip I say is be careful. Think about how you're going to play this game. Don't just go in it willy-nilly thinking you could play everything. If you're not a hardcore RPG fan, or even if you don't play a lot of RPGs, I'd say avoid this game like the plague, because this game is built for RPG gamers. This isn't built for action-adventure. This is RPG. This is a role-playing game. This is a role-playing game. This is really the definitive role-playing game. This is what Dungeons & Dragons players from 20, 40 years ago have been waiting for. This is a role-playing game. It's not an action-adventure game. This is role-playing. You have to think how you play the game, especially with the leveling up system that Skyrim has. In standard RPGs, you've got a leveling up system. You level up skills, you get good at that skill, that's it, done. In this game, you decide your skills by the style of gameplay that you do. If you say you like my character is a one-handed warrior with magic. So my warrior is my character is good with one-handed weapons, magic, and a little bit of archery. That is my style of player. Also, my character is good at lockpicking because I pick a lot of locks. So that as you do these skills, your character levels up, but not in a stance like experience. Your character's skill level up. Like you say your skill starts at 21, starts at 20 roughly, and you do a lot of, say, one-handed weaponry like I've done. Your one-handed weaponry will go up in skill the more you use it. So you really have to think, right, how am I going to play this game? Do I want to use a lot of magic? So I'll have to always have a magic spell equipped most of the time. Do I want to use two-handed weapons? So I'll have to stick with two-handed weapons most of the time. Do I want to be a healer? Do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Do I want to be able to craft stuff better? Do I want to be a smith? Do I want to be able to create stuff? Stuff like that. You really need to think how you're going to play this game. That's the tip I can give. Look at right at the start of the game, or roughly when you're at a certain point of the game where you can pause it and look at the skill trees. Look at the skill star signs, if you will. The skills in this one are star signs. Look at them and think, right, after you've chosen your character, of course, look at the skills that they got bonuses in, and think to yourself, right, what's best for me? What style of fighting do I want? And stick to it. Don't halfway through the game, say you were most of the way through the game, you used two-handed weapons, you didn't focus on magic, and you're going up against an enemy that is resistant to two-handed weapons, you switch to magic. Your magic is not going to be as good as your two-handed weapon. That's what I can say to you right now. That's a major thing I can say. Think about how you're going to play this game. Don't go on it willy-nilly. Just think how you're going to play it. Look at the stats that your character has got. Look at what is best for you. So, also I want to talk a wee bit about the dragon fights. Now, you don't fight your first dragon until after until like maybe an hour, depending on how well you do these quests. Like I did a lot of side quests and avoided the main quest, so I didn't fight my first dragon until maybe 1, 2, 3 hours in. But what I can say is when you're fighting the dragons, yeah, be prepared. Don't freaking go in guns blazing. You will get your ass handed to you. The dragons are very formidable opponents. That is why they are. That's why the fucking thing is fucking dragon on there. But you will have to fight a lot of dragons in this game. So far I've fought 2. One is a scripted event. You will fight a dragon one way or another. Another one I fought randomly. The dragons fly and go around randomly, so you will bump into a dragon and you will fight them. They are hard. Don't expect an easy fight with a dragon. The first dragon you can actually beat fairly easily. Not too difficult, but you will struggle with the other dragons depending on there are different types of dragons. A standard dragon, ice dragon, fire dragon. I can't remember them all off by heart, but you will have to think when you're fighting a dragon. And then you absorb their essence, well, dragon souls really, and you have the ability. After you beat your first dragon, you get your first shout, which is a dragon shout. They go into great detail what it is in the game, but these shouts come in very handy. I've only got one at the moment. I'm exploring the place, trying to find more, but they are very, very helpful. So this is just my first impressions of the game. So if you've got the game, let me know what your first impressions were of it. Give me an overall thought of what you thought of the game. Do you agree with me? And also, if you haven't seen it already, I have done the first 45 minutes of gameplay of Skyrim on my gaming channel, TRTT. Here's an annotation. Go check the first part out, and then feel free to watch the rest of them. So feel free to go and watch that. It isn't the best quality, unfortunately. I do apologise for that. I had to record it with my camera. It's decent enough. I wasn't 100% happy with the quality, but I did promise you guys that I did promise the clan that I would get some gameplay up. So on you go over, check that out if you want. If you've not got the game, or you're planning on getting the game, or just you want to see me fail, because trust me, I fail a lot. So overall, after my day 1 impressions of Skyrim it's a good game, absolutely beautiful. I'm loving it so far. The review will be up probably not for quite some time, because this game is fucking massive. Don't expect a review up anytime soon. I'll try my best to get it up by sometime next week, but I'm not guaranteeing it, because this game has a lot of content in it, which I really do like. There's a lot of exploration in it. Once I complete the main quest and do a good amount of side quests, I will give you my full review of this game. So look forward to that, yeah, that's about it. Sorry, no video for 2 days. I just have been really busy with Skyrim, so yeah, sorry about that. I do apologise. Hopefully you will go and check out the gameplay. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know if you like it, and if there's any other games you want to see me play. So yeah, as always, I'm Scottish Warrior 92, and I'll see you all later, and I hope you are all enjoying Skyrim if you got it, and if not, and you're waiting for a review, here's what I can say right now. If you're an RPG fan, this game is a must. If you're not an RPG fan, avoid it like the plague. Tell you that right now. So, as always, Scottish Warrior 92, we'll see you guys and the clan